Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes.
കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളെ ഏറെ ഇഷ്ടമായിരുന്നു ചാച്ചാജിക്ക്. നാളെ രാജ്യത്തെ നയിക്കേണ്ടത് അവരാണെന്ന ഉറച്ച വിശ്വാസമുള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം കുട്ടികൾക്ക് നിഷേധിക്കപ്പെടരുതെന്ന് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് നിർബന്ധമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പ്രാഥമിക വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം ഉറപ്പാക്കിയും വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ രംഗത്ത് അടിമുടി പരിഷ്കരണങ്ങൾ നടത്തിയും പുതുതലമുറയെ നല്ല ഭാവിയിലേക്ക് അദ്ദേഹം കൈപിടിച്ചുയർത്തി. കുട്ടികൾ സ്നേഹത്തോടെ അദ്ദേഹത്തെ ചാച്ചാജി എന്ന് വിളിച്ചു. നഗരങ്ങളിൽ മാത്രമല്ല ഗ്രാമങ്ങളിലും നല്ല വിദ്യാലയങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാകണമെന്ന് അദ്ദേഹം ആഗ്രഹിച്ചു. കുട്ടികളോടും പ്രകൃതിയോടും അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് വാത്സല്യമായിരുന്നു. വസ്ത്രത്തിൽ ചാച്ചാജി എന്നും ഒരു റോസാപ്പൂ സൂക്ഷിച്ചു. 1889 നവംബർ 14 അലഹബാദിലാണ് അദ്ദേഹം ജനിച്ചത്. നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്തിന്റെ സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യ സമര പോരാട്ടങ്ങളിലും പിന്നീട് സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം ലഭിച്ച ശേഷമുള്ള രാഷ്ട്രനിർമ്മിതിയിലും അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ പങ്ക് വിസ്മരിക്കാനാവാത്തതാണ്. 1964 മെയ് 24 അദ്ദേഹം നമ്മെ വിട്ടുപിരിഞ്ഞെങ്കിലും നെഹ്റുവിന് ജനഹൃദയങ്ങളിൽ മരണമില്ല.
ഇന്ന് നവംബർ 14 ശിശുദിനം. ഇത് നമ്മുടെ പ്രഥമ പ്രധാനമന്ത്രിയും കുട്ടികളുടെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ചാച്ചയുമായിരുന്ന ജവഹർലാൽ നെഹ്റുവിൻ്റെ ജന്മദിനാചരണമാണ്. ജന്മദിനാചരണം കൊണ്ട് നാം ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് വെറും ആഘോഷമല്ല, ചിന്തകളും പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളും മാതൃകയാക്കി നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ പകർത്തലാണ്. നെഹ്റു തൻ്റെ പഞ്ചവത്സര പദ്ധതികളുടെ സ്വപ്നം കണ്ട വികസിത ഇന്ത്യ യാഥാർത്ഥ്യമാക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി എല്ലാവരും ശ്രമിക്കണമെന്ന ആഹ്വാനത്തോടെ എല്ലാവർക്കും സന്തോഷം നിറഞ്ഞ ശിശുദിനാശംസകൾ നേരുന്നു.
Jawaharlal Nehru was born on 14th November 1889 at Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh, India. His father's name was Pandit Motilal Nehru, who was a famous lawyer. His mother's name was Saruprani. Jawaharlal was the eldest of the 3 children, 2 of whom were girls. Jawaharlal Nehru got his early education at home. Later, he went to England for higher education. He graduated from the Cambridge University. In 1912, he returned to India. In 1916, he got married to Kamala Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru met the top Indian leaders like M.K. Gandhi, G.K. Gokhale, Dr. Annie Besant and C.R. Das. In 1920, he joined the non-cooperation movement started by Gandhiji. He took part in the civil disobedience movement. In 1942, he also joined Gandhiji's Quit India movement. Jawaharlal Nehru was sent to jail many times. Finally, on 15th August 1947, India got her freedom. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of India. Jawaharlal Nehru was one of the greatest leaders in India. He was a true diplomat. He was the founder of Panchashla. He was a lover of Indian culture. He wrote such famous books as Autobiography, The Discovery of India, and Glimpses of World History. He loved children very much and was called Chacha Nehru. His birthday is celebrated as Children's Day all over India. Nehru passed away on 27th May 1964. His death was mourned by the world.
നവംബർ 14 രാജ്യം ശിശുദിനം ആഘോഷിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ പ്രഥമ പ്രധാനമന്ത്രിയായ ജവഹർലാൽ നെഹ്റുവിൻ്റെ ജന്മദിനമാണ് ശിശുദിനമായി ആഘോഷിക്കുന്നത്. ചൈൽഡ് സെൻറ്റേർഡ് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ്റെ കാലത്ത് ശിശുദിനത്തിന് വിദ്യാലയങ്ങളിൽ ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യാനുണ്ട്. ശിശുദിനം ഒരു ഓർമ്മക്കുറിപ്പിനപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് ചില യാഥാർത്ഥ്യങ്ങൾ പ്രാവർത്തികമാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി സന്ദർഭം ഉപയോഗിക്കണമെന്ന് അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.
In March 1947, Earl Louis Mountbatten and his wife Edwina arrive in New Delhi. The great-grandson of Queen Victoria and second cousin to George VI, Mountbatten brings a regal presence to the drama of India's independence. As the last viceroy, he bears responsibility for India's fate.
2nd of April, 1947. I have now completed my first week in office. I should like to be able to paint an encouraging picture of my first impressions, but feel it would be misleading if I did so. The scene here is one of unrelieved gloom. At this early stage, I can see little common ground on which to build any agreed solution for the future of India. The only conclusion I have been able to come to is that unless I act quickly, I may well find the real beginnings of a civil war on my hands.
By May, attempts to create a unified India have failed. Gandhi retreats from political life. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, leader of the Muslim League, and Jawaharlal Nehru of the Indian National Congress concede to divide India. Fearing a total loss of control, Mountbatten brings forward the transfer of power to August. Two nations will be created by partition, a secular India and a new homeland for India's Muslims, Pakistan. Nehru addresses the people of India.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
The 15th of August, 1947, the British Empire in India has come to an end. The last Viceroy, Louis Mountbatten.
The flag raising and the salute were done amid scenes of the most fantastic rejoicing. And as the flag broke, a brilliant rainbow appeared in the sky, which was taken by the crowd as a good omen.
Qasim Muhammad.
On the 15th of August came freedom. The freedom to burn, loot and murder. While Delhi and Karachi were celebrating, central Punjab was burning.
Between August 1947 and March 1948, 4.5 million Hindus and Sikhs are forced to migrate from Pakistan to India. 6 million Muslims must move in the opposite direction. Britons and Indians witness the bloodshed. Shahid Ahmed.
It is a battleground. People have gone mad. Trains to Pakistan are being looted and occupants slaughtered. We all knew that carnage was in the offing. So did Mountbatten. The British Empire, which tried to build India over centuries, can never live down this great tragedy.
Lieutenant Colonel Hubert Boyd Hudson.
The sight from the air was awe-inspiring. In this chaos, millions of refugees were struggling to get to India or Pakistan. Thousands of others were doing their best to prevent them, murdering them by the hundred. But death is nothing. There are things more terrible than death.
Ten million people are displaced in the partition of India. 1 million are dead. By the summer of 1948, most of the British have left. Hubert Boyd Hudson has been in India for 15 years.
India is full of ghosts. Houses I have lived in, now inhabited by Indians, remind me of the days which will never come again. when the Viceroy drove past with a cavalry escort in red coats. I have seen the greatness of the British in India, but now it is all ended, and we are the last to leave, the few who are trying to tidy up the mess which the sudden splitting of an old empire has caused.
Britain has lost its greatest imperial possession. Mahatma Gandhi once said that if India became free, the rest of the empire would follow. In the next 10 years, the fire of India's independence will spread around the globe, from the Middle East to Africa.
Some things I did not quite follow or understand. Of course, I haven't read the full speech. I'm only judging from rather extracts of it that I have seen.
Do you think his criticism of Mr. Hammarskjöld was justified?
He was criticizing, from the extracts, rather the system than the individual, wasn't he? Very difficult, to say. He didn't specify anything. He generally expressed his disapproval of the way things are done.
How do you think that the UN can best help the emerging nations?
Well, in a variety of ways. First of all, in keeping out troublemakers, keeping out people who stick on in spite of announcing that they are withdrawing. That's the very first thing, because they are a constant irritant, not only to the people there, but to everybody. And we have been very much disturbed by this, in spite of UN resolutions and everything, how Belgian personnel has stuck on there, various parts, in Thottiyan, especially in the square. It's highly provocative and irritating. When we shall redeem our pledge, at the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
Thank you.